Have you ever felt like you were living in a world where everyone else seems to understand the rules, but you don't? Like you're speaking a different language, and no one truly hears you? If you've ever experienced this, you're not alone. Many people go through life searching for their tribe, the people who truly understand them, who think like them, and who see the world the way they do. But for Sigma males, this search feels almost impossible. They aren't just looking for random friends or social groups to fit into. No, they crave deep, meaningful connections, ones that actually resonate with who they are at their core. And yet, no matter how hard they try, those connections always seem just out of reach. But why? What is it about Sigma males that makes finding their people so difficult? Today, we're going to break it all down. Let's explore 6 surprising reasons why Sigma males struggle to find their tribe, and why, in the end, this might actually be a blessing in disguise. But before we jump into it, welcome back to Alpha MANCAVE. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on powerful insights about Sigma males, masculinity, and self-improvement. Now, let's get started. 1. Their extreme independence becomes a wall. Most people naturally lean on others for support. They ask for help, they form connections through shared struggles, and they build trust by depending on one another. But Sigma males? They don't operate that way. From an early age, many Sigma males learn that if they want something done right, they have to do it themselves. Maybe they've been let down before, or maybe they've just always had an independent nature. Either way, they become so used to relying on themselves that asking for help feels unnatural. The problem? Relationships are built on interdependence, on give and take, on relying on each other. But for Sigma males, letting people in feels like a risk. This independence creates an invisible barrier that makes it hard for others to connect with them. To the outside world, it may even seem like Sigma males don't want or need friends. But in reality, they do want meaningful connections. They just don't know how to open up in a way that feels natural to them. 2. They refuse to pretend to fit in. Have you ever been in a conversation where everyone is laughing at a joke that isn't funny, and you have to force yourself to smile just to fit in? Most people do this without even thinking about it. It's part of how social groups function, by bending just a little to make things smoother. But Sigma males? They can't stand fakeness. If they don't find something funny, they won't laugh. If they don't agree with an opinion, they won't pretend they do just to go along with the crowd. They have an inner truth detector that won't allow them to be anything other than their authentic selves. While this honesty is admirable, it also makes it harder to fit in. Many social groups rely on unspoken rules of playing along to keep the peace, and Sigma males simply don't play that game. Over time, this makes them outsiders, not because they're unfriendly, but because they refuse to compromise their true identity just for the sake of belonging. 3. Their high standards make it hard to find the right people. Some people make friends easily. They just need someone to hang out with, joke around with, or pass the time with. But Sigma males? They want more than that. A Sigma male isn't interested in friendships built on gossip, mindless entertainment, or convenience. They look for people who are honest and reliable, capable of deep conversations, respectful of boundaries, bringing something meaningful to the table. But let's be real. How many people actually meet all these criteria? Not many. And that's the problem. The higher your standards, the fewer people qualify. Sigma males don't want a large social circle filled with meaningless relationships. They'd rather be alone than settle for shallow connections. But this also means they spend a lot of time without close companions, simply because they won't lower their standards just to avoid loneliness. 4. Their emotional intelligence is misunderstood. Most people think of emotional intelligence as being expressive, showing clear emotions, reacting loudly to situations, and making feelings obvious. But Sigma males experience emotions differently. They feel things deeply, but they process their emotions internally. Rather than reacting in the moment, they analyze their feelings, think things through, and respond only when necessary. This makes them appear calm, reserved, and sometimes even emotionless to people who are used to more obvious emotional displays. This misunderstanding creates a frustrating cycle. People assume Sigma males don't care, because they don't express emotions in expected ways. In response, Sigma males withdraw even more, further reinforcing the idea that they're cold or distant. The truth: Sigma males care deeply. They just show it through thoughtful actions, quiet support, and meaningful conversations rather than dramatic expressions. But because most people don't take the time to understand this, Sigma males often struggle to find others who truly get them. 5. Their non-conformity clashes with social norms. Every social group has unwritten rules, things that are expected, opinions that are accepted, and ways of thinking that are never questioned. Most people follow these rules without even realizing it. But Sigma males? They see things differently. If a topic is trending, they ask, does this even make sense? If a group is rallying around a popular opinion, they explore, what's the other side of this? This isn't about being rebellious for the sake of it. It's simply how their minds work. They are natural independent thinkers who don't accept things at face value. But while this mindset is great for innovation and leadership, it often makes it hard to blend into traditional social circles where agreement is valued over deep discussion. 6. They prefer deep conversations over small talk. Most casual conversations are light and simple. People talk about the weather, sports, TV shows, and weekend plans. These conversations serve a purpose, but Sigma males find them exhausting. They don't just want to skip across the surface of topics. They want to dive deep. They naturally think about big-picture ideas, philosophical questions, hidden patterns in society. While others enjoy quick, surface-level chatter, Sigma males crave depth. The result? They often stay quiet in group conversations, feeling like they can't fully engage unless they find someone else who also wants to go deeper. This further limits their ability to find a true tribe. Sigma males don't struggle to find their tribe because they are antisocial or incapable of making connections. Instead, they have a unique way of thinking, feeling, and interacting with the world that naturally sets them apart. But while their journey to finding like-minded individuals is harder, it's also more rewarding. Because when they do find their tribe, the connections they form are authentic, deep, and built to last. If you related to this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to MANCAVE for more Sigma male content. Drop a comment below and let me know. Do you struggle with finding your tribe? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay strong and keep evolving.